G'day, my name is Latin Long Junkie. It used to be Richard, but well, you know how it is with geocaches. Anyhow, I haven't done much geocaching lately. Why, you ask? Well, let me tell you a story. It was a quiet Saturday afternoon, 2006 I believe it was. With a magazine, some munchies and a can of unhealthiness, I lay in my hammock trying not to go to sleep. Well, let me tell you, my entire life changed when I turned page 15 and saw the article about geocaching. The article bubbled with excitement. I must admit I was a bit intrigued, and by the end of it I was thinking about the GPS my family gave me for my last birthday. I wondered if it would be good enough to play the game. Well, it turned out to be one of the better models of the time and still holds its own today. It has trouble under trees and hates tall buildings, but let's stick to the high points, shall we? I joined up with GCCom, it's free you know, and started searching. Imagine my surprise when I discovered how many of these things are around. When I paid a few dollars for premium membership, heaps more geocaches appeared. About this time, I noticed my car using an awful lot of petrol on the weekends, but the finds were getting scarce around home. I also seemed to be doing a lot more hiking, and my old boots and backpack were, well, old. Pretty soon, I was one of the up-and-coming names in my local area. I didn't actually know I was up-and-coming until I went to an event. Most of the people there knew my name. Names in logbooks and funny stories read in the field or online took on a whole new aspect. Now, this was some years ago when people actually wrote things in the logbook. It was very often a good reason to spend longer at the top of the hill or under the bridge or, well, you get the idea. Times change, however, and so did my mode of transport. Well, perhaps I should say modes, because the options soon began to multiply. It became apparent that my bicycle was a great asset, but it was difficult to fit it in the car. I'd been thinking for some time about a bigger, more versatile geo vehicle. Then one day the idea of a van came to me. Gee, this free game seems to involve a goodly sum of money on occasion. The van was a great idea though. I could now make multi-day trips without wasting time finding food and accommodation. One day while lurking in a park, I saw the most amazing sight. Oh yeah, I could use one of those, I thought. There was a dealer just 80 kilometres from home and, well, I have a nice roomy van to carry it around. While planning the drive to this dealer, I noticed a lot of hides near him required a boat. How to get to these? Of course, hiring a boat is the obvious answer, but what if I had my own kayak? I could find those other water geocaches in inland waterways as well. And wouldn't you know it? A geocaching acquaintance knew just the place to buy a kayak. Unfortunately, all these new toys were taking up a lot of space. There was very little room in the van for me when I wanted to overnight somewhere. Then one day, while waiting for some muggles to move on, I saw the answer to my accommodation problem. Oh, really? That much? Okay, I have an idea. Yeah, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. You see, the day I went to collect the motorhome, there were a couple of people there who wanted to talk to me about my method of payment. And now I have free meals, free accommodation, lots of time to think about geocaching. In fact, my new cache was approved this morning. So where I go? It's called Jailbreak. And I'm just waiting for the first to find gang to arrive. I gotta go now.